the mug and boom. Squeeze the mug and splash. Eyes the mug and boom. Had to didn't have to that. Jangle mugging. Oh, stupid mugging. Oh, everybody mugging. That old mugging.
We're going to start in about 5 minutes, okay, folks? Do you want to check the snack bar out and take care of that so that, you know, we don't want to have a lot of commotion while the show is going on. It's okay if you want to go to the snack bar during the show, but it'd be great if you could do it now. Please check your phones. Turn the sound off on your phones. Nothing's worse than listening to a folk song and hearing a ringtone that's ZZ Top or something. I've made that announcement before and realized that I didn't turn mine off. Anyone else interested in a 50-50 ticket, or 5 or 6 or 10 or 12? I'm over here if you want 50-50 tickets, okay? We want to do that before the show starts, and we will wait till the show is over before we give away the money, honey. Yes, so you must stay. You want to dim the lights a little bit there, Larry? Okay, good. We're getting ready to start here, I think. You all set there, RJ? Okay. Pump up the goose. First of all, thank you so much for coming to Common Grounds. Delighted to have another sellout here. That would make it 3 in a row. We hope to keep it going. We have some shows planned, but they're not set in stone yet. I think March 11th, right, for Steve Finstead and Kurt Acton. There may be some others that I'm not aware of yet, but we'll certainly be letting you know. And thanks again for coming. This is going to be a good show. Look at the stage behind me, man. There's all sorts of stuff going on. I thought it was just RJ and his guitar. You're going to see some good stuff and hear some good stuff. All right. So, as we have someone coming, okay. So let's put your hands together and welcome RJ Malloy to the stage.
All right, I'm done. That took it all out of me. Joe Sobolski said when we were practicing before, she said, is that painful to play? It's somewhere between getting your hand caught in the car door and childbirth.
How would you know about that?
I've heard about it. Yeah, and it does, believe me. So I'm excited about tonight. I'm glad everybody's here. A lot of new faces, a lot of old faces, a lot of younger faces, and I'm really excited. I'm full of energy. Before I got here tonight, I went line dancing. No, seriously. It was a field sobriety test, but the same thing. So boys and girls, we've been here before a year ago, right? Another R.J. Malloy concert after a natural disaster or some other mess. We as Northport residents and people in this area, we've seen some tremendous destruction and some unprecedented loss in our life in the last couple of years. COVID and the hurricane and a bunch of other stuff. And I think that destruction has rendered a lot of us unable to feel fully. I know for me, the house was damaged severely, and my barn luthier shop was blown down. It took me weeks before I actually felt like I had lost something. It was just total, I don't know where it is. I don't care. So tonight, what we're going to do in the safety of this hall that survived all of that, we're going to try to get together and listen to these songs and these jokes and try to get to feel all over again. So, as the walrus said, the time has come, said the walrus, to speak of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. In days when I rode on the wind, I'd find a town and begin to look at life as green, new in-town routine. Just as I would settle and my feet would hit silhouette when your lashes start to close? I'd like to know. Oh, Roberta, where have you gone? And nights when I'd be up too late, you'd catch me in my altered state of consciousness, and I'd confess all my inner thoughts and fears and shame. The way you spoke my name, you boost my confidence like a soft caress. And I'm here clear left of center on the unrightable wrong. Wish I knew the way that I was supposed to go, but I'm still that same old fool you used to know. Oh, Roberta, where have you gone? It's been years since we'd said goodbye. Your cheeks were wet, my mouth was dry, and I recall I'd never seen you cry before. I haven't seen you since I walked out that door. Well, life's been up and down since then. I think it's moving up again. That's a life, I guess. Long string of tests. And I don't look for you and other people like I used to do. That's dangerous. My soul needs a rest. And I don't know what time it is in this town I'm sleeping in. Afraid I might get frightened should I see your face again. But I turn back on my heels and I spin around. Oh, Roberta, where are you now? Oh, Roberta, where are you now? This next song is where I come from. It's why I am who I am today. The old man been drinking, mama been driving, myself home alone more and more. Baby tugging at her breast, little devil won't take no rest. And all the damn neighbors are keeping score. And it's mama's birthday, but the bills ain't paid. Sit all alone in the dark, make a pallet by the screen door, dear. Try to let some cool air in here. I listen to the highway rolling fast, and I dream of a getaway car, one with no brakes or plates, dark and swift without a trace. And I'll drive it oh so far away, straight out into the night. Gonna bury it all in the glow of my taillights. Town pumps at the edge of town, horse call his name when it comes around. 3 sheets to the wind like a millionaire. Crawls home on his hands and knees, got 3 hungry mouths to feed. Their bellies as empty as the Frigidaire. And I dream of a getaway car, one with no brakes or plates, dark and swift without a trace, and I'll drive it oh so far away, straight out into the night, gonna bury it all in the glow of my taillights. So my daughter bought this farm up in Gainesville. She got into the agricultural, Department of Agricultural stuff, and she bought a farm, good rate, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so I go up there. It's a beautiful place, except there's always, you know, the Papa do list. You know, Papa, can we build a horse stall? Papa, can we replumb the bathroom? You know, that's, you know. So I go up there on vacation, right? So I went up over the holiday, and I said, what do you want for Christmas? And she said, you know, I'd really like a cat for Christmas. And I said, okay, I usually do a turkey, but if you want a cat. So I'm not allowed back up there to cook ever again. I got Mindy laughing. Was a time when lonely men would wander through this world, moving endlessly along. So many times I've heard of the sad stories written in the words of dead men's songs. Down through the years, many men have yearned for freedom. Some found it only on the open road. So many tears and blood has fell around us, 'cause you can't always do what you are told. Please tell me, where have all the hobos gone to? I see no fires burning down by the rusted railroad track. Can it be that time has gone and left them tied up in life's eternal traveling sack? The other night I wrote a letter to my loved ones, signed my name, knew I'd stayed away too long. There was a time when my heart was free to wander, and I remember when I sing these hobo songs. Please tell me, where have all the hobos gone to? I see no fires burning down by the rusted railroad track. Can it be that time is gone and left them tied up in life's eternal traveling sack? Tied up in life's eternal traveling sack. Key is C. Yes, C. Or K, whatever you prefer. Yeah. It tightens that way.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if you knew why.
How do I do the other way?
Yeah, like
Canadian.
Canadian, that's right.
It was metric.
The sun is a shining on the Belfast road today. Been so long, thought those clouds were here to stay. Now the folks are lined up just to hear the music play. And I'm so lonesome for you. I'm bruised and I'm battered from staying in the game. More than flattered, somebody finally knows my name. There's a red carpet, I never stood so close to fame. Still I'm so lonesome for you. I can sail like Ulysses, I can fly like a hawk on the mighty Mississippi, rolling to the Gulf. I got all I've ever wanted, got all I'll ever need. Still I'm so lonesome for you. Down a mountain, a glacier makes its way. Your eyes can't see the progress that it makes. It's a long, long journey. I found out that ice will break. Still I'm so lonesome for you. I can sail like Ulysses, I can fly like a hawk on the mighty Mississippi, rolling to the Gulf. I got all I've ever wanted, got all I've ever dreamed. Still I'm so lonesome for you. And I'm so lonesome for you. Well, that's why I put a tab on it so I could turn it. G.
You said it was in C.
Why? We rehearsed in C, you know how it goes. Ronnie stood beneath a movie marquee, memories all curled up inside. He was trying to remember, was it August or September he'd seen her for the last time. He'd heard she'd become an actress. Lord, she always had the prettiest face. And he stood with his hands in his pockets, waited for the dollar matinee. Lord, she's bigger than life on the screen. There's a laugh from the balcony, good Lord, and the sun will burn you and blind you when you step back into the street. Well, that theater, she smelled so familiar. She was a smoky old velvet delight. And he sat down in front like he'd always had done, with his feet hanging out in the aisle. And he watched her with eyes disbelieving. Felt something like time on his brain. And he told himself, don't you remember, it's only a part that she is playing. Lord, she's bigger than life on the screen. There's a laugh from the balcony, good Lord, and the sun burn you and blind you when you step back into the street. Well, she stood by some window in Paris as captions translated the scene, and Ronnie stared back at her body, and he breathed, oh God, that's the first time I've seen it. And behind him people were leaving, and the buses were humming outside. But old Ronnie never went to the movies unless he could stay and see it twice. Lord, she's bigger than life on the screen. There's a laugh from the balcony, good Lord, and the sun will burn you and blind you when you step back into the street. When you step back into the street. So if I seem a little off tonight, it's because I took the wrong medication this morning. That's the bad news. The good news is I'm protected from fleas and heartworm for the next 30 days.
I just wear a collar.
I like to spray myself. D. Midnight at Graceland, 72. Shooting TVs with groupies in the jungle room. Little fame and fortune was all he had left. He'd become a parody of himself. They dug his grave by the kitchen door. Millions of blue-haired ladies took the guided tour. His Chinese fan club came over on a boat, took pictures of his birthplace in Tupelo. Some disappear, drop out of sight. Some stay too long, get crucified. Oh, this world ain't no place to be when you're larger than life. Oh, even heroes die. Oh, even heroes die. Over on the poor side of Birmingham, he was preaching on the corner Nobody gave a damn, except a couple of hookers and a homeless man. A dozen losers were his best friends. At the church across the street, they were raising hell. They said, if he's a man of God, why do his old clothes smell? They ran him out of town for disturbing the peace. Died on a shelter cot in his sleep. As some disappear, they drop out of sight. Some stay too long, get crucified. Well, this world ain't no place to be when you're larger than life. Oh, even heroes die. Oh, even heroes die. Thank you. No matter where of comfort no man speak, they say, let's talk of graves, of worms and epitaphs. Make dust our paper and with rainy eyes. Write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills. And yet not so, for what can we bequeath save our deposed bodies to the ground? Our lands, our lives, all are Bolingbroke's, and nothing can we call our own but death, and that small model of the barren earth which serves as paste to cover our bones. Well, for God's sakes, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of the kings. So to this cause you have been made. Lift up your rosin bow and pierce the dark wood shade. Come dance upon the forest floor and sing good hearts and grieve no more. William Shakespeare. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. I just turned around and they'd gone away. I've been sifting through the layers, dusty books and faded papers that tell a story I used to know. It's one that happened so long ago. It's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. And I heard the owl calling softly as the night was falling, with a question, and I replied, but he'd gone across the borderline. He'd gone yesterday. Now I find myself on a mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Finest dollar that I have seen is the one that comes between the edge of night and the break of day. It's when the darkness it rolls away, it's gone away. Yesterday, now I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. So I don't know if you know, but we, Kim Galloway and I spent the hurricane here in this building. Never do that again. Whoa. At some point, this wave of water hit the building. It was like about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, came rolling down 41. It was like a tidal wave. I mean, it was a tidal wave, and it just whacked against the building, and all the water started gushing in on the doorways. And Kim and I were trying to find places to get high up on, wondering if we had to break through the roof and blah, blah. But the saddest part of the whole thing, even though there was a lot of damage and stuff, I had this brand new car. I waited 18 months to get this car. I had it for a month. And it was a hybrid, and it got ruined, and blah blah. But anyway, the dealer, and a shout out to Gettle Hyundai in Sarasota. Thank you. They found me another one like right away, and it's got a whole bunch of other bells and whistles, and it's got a heated steering wheel. It's got heated seats. It's got blah, blah. But there's this button that says rear wiper, and I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push it. So let me tell you Fishing Frank's rules of hurricanes. And this, if you're going to live in Florida, you need to live by these rules, okay? Category 1, Category 2. Get the lawn furniture in so it doesn't blow into the neighbor's yard. Category 3, put the car in the garage, get the plywood up. Category 4, get the hell out of town. There's no reason to be here for a Category 4, Category 5. There's nothing you can do, just don't. Get in the car, drive away. So, G. Down from the sky, up from the raging sea. In a blink of an eye, water's all you can see. All you can hear was wind and rain. Nobody told us about a hurricane. And if they had, could we escape such a horrible sound? In Galveston, there ain't no higher ground. We had nothing but hope when this brand new century began. Now there's 6,000 gone, some say it might have been 10. We're the finest country, the smartest too. Certainly no more than them Cubans do, but we bury our dead in the water where they all drown. In Galveston, there ain't no higher ground. Where the rain gave up and the sea, she laid back down. No telling how long till all the bodies are found. Does Washington care? Does Houston know? We're an island in the Gulf of Mexico. They'll be lending a hand soon as the world gets around. In Galveston, there ain't no higher ground. They'll be lending a hand as soon as the word gets around. In Galveston, there ain't no higher ground. Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wrench that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now is the time of night that all graves are gaping wide. Everyone lets forth its sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Haycats team from the presence of the sun are following darkness like a dream. And now our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house, for I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door. See. At its old town, it should have burned down in 1929, when we had stood in line, waiting for our soup, swallowing our pride. And this old town, it should have burned down in 1931, when the rain refused to come. Air filled up our bellies, and dust filled up our lungs. And we thought our time had come. But this old town was built by hand in the dust bowl of the motherland. There must be rock beneath the sand. I'll be damned. This town still stands. This old town, it should have burned down in 1944, when the last men went to war. They came back different, if they came back at all. And this old town, it should have burned down in 1956. So when the hurricane hit, and all our hopes were buried beneath the boards and bricks, and we almost called it quits. But this whole town was built by hand in the dust bowl of the motherland. There must be rock beneath the sand. I'll be damned. Town still stands. Somewhere in the distance, city lights do shine. Sidewalks gleam with neon dreams that call from time to time. And when my children's children ask me why I didn't go, I say the heart of any town, it's the people that you know. And they'll always call you home. And this old town was built by hand in the dust bowl of the motherland. There must be rock beneath the sand. I'll be damned. This town still stands. following along down there?
I can't see it.
Yeah, neither can I. It's too far away.
I'm just listening.
Have you noticed that as you get older, an inch or two makes a difference? How does that work? Against the wind. Against the wind. You can tell we're well rehearsed. Seems like yesterday. God, it was long ago. Janie, my lovely, she was the queen of my nights. There in the darkness with the radio playing low. And the secrets that we shared, the mountains that we moved, caught like wildfire out of control, till there was nothing left to burn, nothing left to prove. And I remember what you said to me, how she swore it would never end. I remember how she held me oh so tight. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, we were running against the wind. Years rolled slowly past. I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. I found myself further and further from my home. I guess I lost my way. There were oh so many roads. I was living a running to live, never worrying about paying or how much I owed. Running 8 miles a minute most of the time, breaking all the rules that would bend. I found myself just searching for shelter again and again. Against the wind, a little something against the wind. I found myself seeking shelter against the wind. Those drifter days have passed me now. Got so much more to think about. Deadlines and commitments. What to leave in, what to leave out. Against the wind, I'm still running against the wind. I'm older now, still running against the wind. Against the wind, still running against the wind. I'm older now, still running against the wind. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. And they took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a 5-pound note. And the owl did sing to the stars above as he strummed on a small guitar. He sang, "Beautiful puss, oh puss me love, what a beautiful puss you are, what a beautiful puss you are." Said the puss to the owl, "Oh, ye elegant fowl, how beautifully sweet you sing. Too long we have tarried, so let us be married. But what shall we do for a ring?" So they sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the bong tree grows, and there in the wood a piggywig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. They said, "Pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring?" Said the pig, "Yeah, I will." So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey that lives on the hill. And they dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with a runcible spoon, and hand in hand by the edge of the sand, They dance by the light of the moon, they dance by the light of the moon. See. The moon's a north wind's cookie, bites it day by day, until there's but a rim of crust that crumbles all away. South wind, she is a baker. She kneads clouds into dough and bakes a crisp new moon. The north wind soon eats again. The moon's a north wind's cookie, bites it day by day, until there's but a rim of crust that crumbles all away, that crumbles all away. So I've been hearing, get the bass. So I've been hearing all this stuff about invasive species. You know, we got tegus and we got boa constrictors and pythons and all kinds of people in Florida going nuts over. You see it in the paper all the time. And people in Louisiana are like, yeah, well, what do they taste like? Chicken. So they all taste like chicken, yeah. Right.
Oh boy, bass.
The bass.
I did.
Yeah, it's been hanging on the wall for 2 years, right? That bass belonged to Bud Buckley's brother.
I did. My late brother Don, he was out in San Francisco and played with a lot of greats out there. Michael Bloomfield was his best friend, and he opened for Jerry Garcia and Sanders, I think. It was Garcia Sanders band. Played Vegas and everything, and he died young from, as you can imagine. Well, I'll just put it. I'll keep it simple. His liver failed.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go ahead. It's all yours. These diamonds on my windshield, these tears from heaven. I'm pulling into town on the interstate. I got a steel train in the rain. And the wind bites my cheek through the wing. And these late nights, this freeway flying always makes me sing. There's a duster trying to change my tune. He's pulling up fast on the right, rolling restlessly by a 24-hour moon. And there's a Wisconsin hiker with a cue ball head. He's wishing he's home in a Wisconsin bed, but there's 15 feet of snow in the east, colder than a well digger's ass. Colder than a well digger's ass. Oceanside, it ends the ride at San Clemente coming up. These Sunday desperados slip by and cruise with a dry back. And the orange driving and the neon billing and the theaters filling to the brim with slave girls in a bucket full of sin. A metropolitan area with interchange and connections, fly-by-nights from Riverside, and out-of-state plates running a little late. But the sailors jockey for the fast lane, so 101 don't miss it. These rolling hills and concrete fields and the broken lines on your mind. The 8s go east and the 5s go north and the merging nexus back and forth. You see your sign, you cross the line, signaling with a blink. And the radio's gone off the air, gives you time to think. And you hear the rumble as you fumble for a a cigarette. And blazing through this midnight jungle, remember someone that you met. In one more block, the engine talks, whispers home at last. It whispers home at last. It whispers home at last. There's diamonds on my windshield, these tears from heaven. Well, I'm pulling into town on the interstate. I got a steel train in the rain. The wind bites my cheek through the wing. Late nights, freeway flying, always makes me sing. Late nights, freeway flying, always makes me sing. Always makes me sing. Is there a Gwyneth in the house? So the other day I went over to Walmart and I parked in the handicap spot. And one of Joe Fussel's finest came over to me and he said, you know, this is a handicap spot. And I said, I like pineapple on my pizza. And he said, oh, my mistake, sorry, carry on. You will someday. I'm so honored and privileged to have Gwyneth with here to us tonight.
I'm honored and privileged.
We haven't had her in this hall in a long time.
Well, I'm very privileged and honored to be here. Isn't it worth waiting a year to see him? That was beautiful. True Irish storyteller. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me now, yeah. When you left, now I know I only hurt myself. Oh, bring it to me. Oh, bring it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll give you jewelry, money too, but that ain't all I'll do for you, baby. Bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me now, yeah. You can join in. Yeah. Woo, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I'll always be your girl till I'm dead, curled up in my grave. Just bring it to me. Oh, baby, bring it to me. Bring it home to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo. Tried to treat you right, but you stayed out every night. Baby, bring it to me. Oh, bring it to if you ever change your mind, but leaving me behind. Oh, baby, bring it to me. Oh, bring it to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Is there Ron Sabalski in the house?
Can I just say one thing? Can I steal the limelight for 1 minute?
Go ahead.
My mother is 95 years of age and she's sitting in the back. Please give her a round of applause. She's wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Summertime.
Good to see you.
You're standing on your cord. No, you're all right. Never mind. Ignore me.
Ignore you.
Yeah.
When I hit high F.
Oh, right. Well, that's A minor. Summertime and living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy rich and your mama good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
One fine morning, you're gonna wake up singing. You're gonna spread your wings, spread your wings, spread your wings, and take to the sky. And on that morning, no one can hurt you. Not with Mama and Papa standing by.
Take it, Ron. summertime and living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy rich and your mama good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Winners will be back. Going up on the levee, gonna watch that water rise. Going up on the levee, gonna watch that water rise. Gonna jump right in the river, watch those tears from my eyes. Better call up the doctor, 'cause I just ain't feeling right. You better call up the doctor, 'cause I just ain't feeling right. Have the doctor call the jailer, there's trouble on the levee tonight. 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 'Cause I'm up here drinking lightning and smoking dynamite. Better call up the preacher, I got the devil on my tail. Better call up the preacher, I got the devil on my trail. I can hear them hellhounds barking and a black cat cross my trail. Better call up the sheriff, have him bring his ball and chain. You better call up the sheriff, have him bring his ball and chain. 'Cause I'm feeling down and dirty now, and I got no one left to blame. Trouble on the levee tonight. 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 'Cause I'm up here drinking lightning, smoking dynamite. Well, we're going to change tracks here. It's time for the Irish set. It says on my flask, it says, "Getting old is not for sissies." Wow, that's good. So the Irish spirits what made me into what I am today, for better or worse. All adversity, great and small, falls away before that spirit. It's a spirit that was forged and tempered through 800 years of oppression. It's never wavered, never will. The Irish, they sing of battles won and lost and filled with a constant yearning for freedom. You're going to find in every song, poem, story, and every joke that invincible spirit that somehow, someday, we will prevail. Come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, why you hurry so. Hush, my boogle, hush and listen, his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon. For the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. For the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon. Now tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the gathering is to be. At the old spot by the river, quite well known to you and me. One more word for signal token, whistle out the marching tune. With a pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. But the pikes must be together at the rising of the moon. Out from many a mud-walled cabin, cavalry through the night. And many a manly heart was beating for the blessed light. Murmurs rang along the valley to the banshee's lonely croon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing at the rising of the moon. All along that shining river, that black mass of men was seen. High above their weapons flew their own beloved green. Deaf to every foe and traitor, whistle out the marching tune. And army boys for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon. 'Tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon. And army boys for freedom, 'tis the rising of the moon. Another part of the Irish spirit is that yearning to go home. There's a Gaelic expression. It's Sláinte ma agus Boston Erin. It means to your health, and may you die in Ireland. I've met some folks who say that I'm a dreamer. I've no doubt there's truth in what they say. But sure, a body's bound to be a dreamer when all the things he loves are far away. And precious things are dreams unto an exile. They take him o'er the land, across the sea. Especially when it happens he's an exile from that dear lovely isle of Innisfree. And when the moonlight creeps across the rooftops of this great city, wondrous though it be, I scarcely feel its wonder or its I'm once again back home in Innisfree. I wander o'er green fields and streamy valleys. I find a peace no other land can know. I hear the birds make music fit for angels, and watch the river go laughing as they flow. And into a humble shack I wander, my dear old home I tenderly behold. The folks I love around the turf fire gather, on bended knee their rosary is told. But dreams don't last, for dreams are not forgotten. And soon I am back to stark reality. And though they pave the footpaths here with gold dust, I still would choose my Isle of Innisfree. And though they pave the footpaths here with gold dust, I still would choose my Isle of Innisfree. As down the glen one Easter morn, to a city fair rode I, and there armed lines of marching men and squadrons passed me by. No pipes did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo, but the Angelus bell o'er the Liffey swells swang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high in Dublin town they flung out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die neath an Irish sky than at Sulva or Sud el Bar. And from the plains of royal Meath strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns and their long-range guns sailed into the foggy dew. Well, the night fell black and the rifle's crack made perfidious Albion reel. Mid that leaden rail 7 tongues of flame did shine over the lines of steel. By each shining blade a prayer was said, that to Ireland her sons be true. And when the morning broke, still the war flag shook out its fold in the foggy dew. 'Twas England bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free, but their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves, or the fringe of the great North Sea. Or had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with Cathal Brugha, their names we keep with a Fenian sleep, neath the shroud of the foggy dew. But the bravest fell, and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear for those who died that Easter tide in the springtime of the year. While the world did gaze in deep amaze at these fearless men, but few, who bore the fight so that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew. Back through the glen I rode again, and my heart with grief was sore, for I parted then with valiant men whom I never shall see no more. And to and fro in my dreams I go, and I kneel and I pray for you. For slavery fled, O glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew. You have to sing this one when you do your thing. Are you ready? Galway Bay? You know Galway Bay? Yeah, we don't know this version. You ready? Maybe someday I will go back to Ireland. If my dear old wife would only pass away. She's nearly broke my back from all her nagging. She's got a mouth as big as Galway Bay. You can watch her drink down 10 pints of Guinness and then walk home without a bit of sway. If the sea was beer instead of salty water, she'd live and die and float on Galway Bay. You can watch her drink down 5 pints of porter, and the barman says, I think it's time to go. Well, she doesn't try to speak to him in Gaelic, but in a language that the clergy shouldn't know. She has tattooed on her chest a map of Ireland, and when she takes her bath on Saturday, she rubs the soap around the hills of Clouda just to watch the suds flow down to Galway Bay. So, you know, the Irish have a special relationship with death. It actually doesn't mean anything to the Irish. It's just part of the process. And so anyway, Dennis passes away, and his wife Mary goes down to the church to put it into the church bulletin. And she goes to the editor of the bulletin, and she says, Dennis passed away, and I need to put something in the bulletin. He said, well, you got to buy it in blocks of 5 words, and it's $1 for every 5 words. And she said, okay, I'll buy $1's worth. So he says, what do you want to say? She said, Dennis dead. And the editor says, well, you still got 3 more words coming to you. And she says, thinks for a second, and she says, car for sale. Look at the coffin, pretty bright handles. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead? Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry. And always remember, the longer you live, the sooner you bloody will die. Look at the flowers, all bloody wilted. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead? Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry. And always remember, the longer you live, the sooner you bloody will die. Look at the mourners, bloody great hypocrites. Oh, isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead? Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry. And always remember, the longer you live, the sooner you bloody will die. Look at the widow, oh mighty fine woman. Oh, isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead? Let's not have a sniffle, let's have a bloody good cry. And always remember, the longer you live, sooner you're bloody well die. This song is a common song to hear in an Irish pub, and they sing it, you know, it's a rousing, blah, 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 blah. I heard it done in Belfast a couple of times, and it was done really slowly, and that's how I'm going to do it for you tonight. By a lonely prison wall, I had a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away. Well, you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I had a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child in dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling. As the prison ship rode out against the tide, now she'll wait and watch and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. So I find tonight, on the anniversary of my birth, that while we exist as individuals, we also come together in common community, which is what this hall is all about. And those communities, when they join together, they form the nations from which we all come. And the common seed, which has been planted deep in our cultural and historical DNA, is that we strive to be free. And our anthems give voice to that freedom. So if you know the words to this one, rise with me and sing it. We'll sing a soldier's song with cheering, rousing chorus, as round our blazing fires we throng the starry heavens over us, impatient for the coming fight. And as we wait the morning light, here in the silence of the night, we will chant a soldier's song. Soldiers are we, whose lives are pledged to Ireland. Some have come from a land beyond the wave, sworn to be free. No more our ancient sire land shall shelter the despot or the slave. Tonight we man the barn boil, in Erin's cause come woe or weal. Mid cannons roar and rifles peal, we will chant a soldier's song. And then the one that we all know, if you want to sing it with me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now on first base, that was great. Thank you, Ajay.
You are welcome. So what just happened is we just stood as individuals, and we joined together as a community in song. Remember that feeling. It's the essence of freedom. It's forged in our community and in the nations who believe that all men and all women should be free. Remember this feeling. It's the spirit that will see you through every tempest and every song, every storm. And so the wind blew, and it blew us all together. Okay, now for something completely different. In the distance, I could still see the carnival lights. Sky was black. The moon was green. It was me and a shovel and a friend of mine and a can of gasoline. I had to tell someone. I told Larry the geek. Oh, but he told the dog boy who always had a bone to pick with me. And when the stuff got heavy, you should have heard them fat lips sing. I brought the whole circus down. I brought the whole circus down. I brought the whole circus down the night I killed Bubbles the clown. Oh, Ringmaster Charlie, he headed for the border that day. But they caught him south of Austin. They hauled him and they put him in chains. Now he's driving them rail spikes. He's still cursing my name. No pinheads in the pen, the flying Frenchman's in the ground. He hung himself from the trapeze when the law came sniffing round. Found a trailer in the woods, not a shred of the remains, just the walls all covered in blood and grease paint. I brought the whole circus down. I brought the whole circus down. I brought the whole circus down the night I killed Bubbles the clown. I saw that prosecutor drooling, just describing the scene. The whole court went kangaroo. Nobody got away clean. Except me. And I don't expect you to ever understand. And I'll take the truth to my grave. 'Cause underneath that makeup he was a different man. And I think it's better this way. I brought the whole circus down. I brought the whole circus down. I brought the whole circus down the night I killed Bubbles the clown. I need another shot. You don't get any. Backup guitar players don't get any. Oh, okay. Are you ready? Okay, so Mindy and Bud specialize in mobile homes, right? Pretty much. Well, this song is for you guys.
Oh, good.
Polly and me, we got tired of living with her parents. Thought it was time to get a place of our own. We can't afford no fancy 10-room mansion. Oh no. Till we saw a sign that said Uncle Ed's mobile home. Uncle Ed came right outside to greet us. He was eager to help us fulfill our American dream. I can still hear him say, we signed the papers, oh yeah, and we rolled away in our 24-foot Airstream. It ain't home till you take the wheels off. It ain't home till it's up on blocks. There ain't nothing like your very own spot, your own redneck Camelot. It ain't home till you take the wheels off. We took that little trailer, dropped her right down by the freeway, set her down between a couple of dogwood trees. You know it warms my heart to see Polly hanging up our laundry. Oh yeah, with the kids throwing lawn darts over my BVDs. It ain't home till you take the wheels off. It ain't home till it's up on blocks. Ain't nothing like your very own spot, your own redneck Camelot. It ain't home till you take the wheels off. It ain't home till you take the wheels off. And this next one's for all of us. Troubles, we had our troubles, and our struggle just to get by. Many times the burden's been heavy, but we carried on side by side. And when we're gone, long gone, the only thing that will have mattered is the love that we shared and the way that we cared. When we're gone, long gone. And when we're walking together in glory, hand in hand through eternity, it's the love that will be remembered, not wealth, not poverty. And when we're gone, long gone, the only thing that will have mattered is the love that we shared and the way that we cared. When we're gone, long gone. Where's Gwyneth? Gwyneth. She's coming. We got to do something about that alleyway there in the back, eh?
I think we might need audience participation on this one. We might need audience participation.
Well, we'll see if we can get him to sing along.
Yeah.
There's Johnny Leave Her, so there's no guitars on it.
There's no guitar. Ooh. Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready when you are. I just.
I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the sea ran high and the gales did blow, Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And the times were hard and the wages low, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And the work was bad and the mate was worse. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. He could lay you down with a club and a curse, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And the rats have gone and we the crew. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. It's time, by God, that we went too, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And now it's time to say goodbye. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the old pier had it's a drawing nigh, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that ye have but slumbered here while this vision did appear, and this weak and idle theme, it's no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend, and as I am an honest puck, if I have honor and luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, lest a puck a liar call. And so good night unto you all. Oh, give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends. It's getting late in the evening, last call for whiskey and wine. Waitress, she's picking up glasses, must be about closing time. They'll lock up the doors and sweep up the floors. Looks like the good times are through, but the jukebox keeps on playing mean old closing time blues. Some folks got nothing to go home to, just four walls and nothing to say. They sit all night on their bar stools, drinking their paychecks away. They'll lock up the doors and sweep up the floors. Looks like the good times are through, but the jukebox keeps on playing mean old closing time blues. And the pretty ones all have got lucky. Their tables have been empty a while. The rest of us keep looking sideways and head for the door single file. They'll lock up the doors and sweep up the floors. Looks like the good times are through. But the jukebox keeps on playing mean old closing time blues. And the neon signs have gone silent. The rattle of glasses is gone. The barmaid, she counts out her tip jar, quietly sings right along. They'll lock up the doors and sweep up the floors. Looks like the good times are through. But the jukebox keeps on playing mean old closing time blues. And that jukebox keeps on playing mean old closing time blues. Like the road and the river, we passed this way together side by side for a while. The river flows out to the sea, and the road says, I can't follow thee, but I'll watch from the shore forevermore. In love, we choose to be. Good night, everybody.
How about that show, folks? Is that good or what? We're going to give some money away now. Mindy, you have the tickets all cut up there. Oh boy, do you know how much did we get any more? Was it $65? I think $65 for the 50/50. Got to thank you again for being so generous and supporting Common Grounds. We do the best we can to support the community and give everybody a voice. And open mic on Wednesday nights. If you haven't been there, you should try it out. It's okay. You ready? You got your tickets ready? 5485598. 5485598. All right. Hey. All right. Yay. Thanks again for coming, folks. Keep an eye on the calendar to see what's coming up next. We'll be posting the shows online on the commongroundshall.com. Thanks again. Good night, and just be nice.